Hello everyone, this is me, Asia from the Roman Reigns Fangirl channel. I've been really busy, but I didn't forget when I said I was going to be making my Breaking Bad videos today. I'm going to be uploading both. I'm going to be ranking the seasons, and then the other video will be why I think season 5 is the best season out of the entire series. Like, season 5 for Breaking Bad was a bad bitch. Like, it's one of the best seasons I've ever watched for a drama series, and it had one of the very best finales ever. Period. And I'm going to get into that when I make that video. But right now, I got a list on me ranking these Breaking Bad seasons from worst to best. I'm not going to waste any more time. We'll just jump right into it because this video do not need to be that long. So I'm going to just go ahead and make this short and sweet. Coming in at number 5 is season 1. Now, I don't necessarily think season 1 for Breaking Bad sucks. I don't think it's bad. I think it was a really great opening to the show. I think it introduced all the characters phenomenally. I think it did great on telling us who Walter is and how much of a fucking genius he is and how he's pretty much like depressed with his life because he went to college. Like, this nigga is a mad scientist. This nigga is like so fucking smart, and yet here he is wasting his potential at some fucking high school being a fucking chemistry teacher. Like, imagine going to college and getting your degree in everything, but you're not doing what your heart truly desire, which is, putting your talents into something you actually love and that you actually wanted to do, something that you actually enjoy, except you gotta be at this fucking high school job where it's fucking miserable because you have to teach high school students. Trust me, I know. I don't think season 1 was terrible, but I will say, out of all the seasons I have on this list, it definitely have to go at the bottom. To me, I do think it was, 7 episodes for the first season isn't bad. I think 7 episodes is great. I think if they would have did more, it would have been a bad idea. 7 episodes is great. That's all they needed, just to give us something short and sweet, just to give us something we could look into for the first season. I think 7 episodes was great. You could really finish that season in a day. Anyone who had to finish it in a day or a week, a month, I need you to really speed it the fuck up because I finished the first season. I really want to say within 2 days because, like I just said, it was 7 episodes. I didn't have to take so long to finish it. And I really feel like after the first season, I was really tuned in. Like, I wanted to see more, especially after he cut his hair and went bald. I knew they was cooking some good shit up. So, like I said, I'm not going to trash the first season. It's not necessarily bad, but I feel like out of all the seasons, it definitely had to go down at the bottom. After season 1, we have season 2. And, what's so crazy about this is that when I finished season 2, I watched season 3. When I watched season 3, I would say I enjoyed season 3 a little bit better than I enjoyed season 2. Because if someone would have asked me before I made this list, I promise you, after season 1, I would have had season 3 on here after season 2. But after I watched season 2 again and season 3, I had to put season 2 after season 1, and only because season 2 was a tad bit slow. And that's only because, if y'all remember, in season 1, after what happened with, the dude, Tuco, doing what he did with Jesse and them, kidnapping them. So season 2 had to, be slow with, them getting kidnapped, him coming back, him, faking he had a fused state. In this season with some good stuff, him and Jesse get kidnapped by Tuco. They had to get back into town. He faked having a fused state. He finds out he's in readmission in this season. There was some good things, like Jesse falling in love with Jane relapsing on heroin, her and Jesse are doing drugs together, Jesse's friend gets killed, Jane overdoses, and Walter watched her die. Like, don't get me wrong, this season has some good fucking shit, but it took too long to get to the good stuff. Like, it definitely was a very slow paced, and I feel like that's only because they were trying to do more individually with Walter and Jesse, like try to show you who Jesse is without always having to cook, and who Walter is when he isn't, out doing his shit. He's at home where Skylar could keep more eyes on him. I liked it that. I liked it that they did more. They did individually character development for them. But like I said, it did kind of take a little too long to get to the juicy stuff. Like, I would really say for this season, it really lacked drama. And you didn't really get it up until the second half. And let me just tell y'all, that last episode, Aaron Paul in season 2, he acted his ass off, okay? I fucking loved Aaron Paul as Jesse. He really did an amazing job at being an emotional person. He did his shit, period. Anyway, after season 2, I'm going to say season 3. I absolutely love season 3 for Breaking Bad. Like, from Skylar finding out that Walter, cooks meth. She wants to divorce him. She doesn't want to divorce him. This bitch. Anywho, she tells him that she slept with Ted. His reaction to it. He doesn't want to cook meth anymore because he wants to, keep a hold on to his family. We get more scenes with Gus in this season. More actions with Gus. And then, Walter changes his mind. He does want to start cooking. Him and Jesse is battling up until, Hank found out that Jesse might be connected to that RV they was cooking in. And then Hank beat Jesse up. And then the next episode, Jesse gave one of his... not Jesse. Clock that T. Aaron Paul gave one of his very, very best performances I've ever seen in season 3 in episode 7 in the hospital. He did his thing. He acted his ass off. And I know for a fact they had to really run that scene over and over again, because to really put yourself in that state, to say all the shit that he said, oh my God, it was just, he did his shit, y'all. Like, he really did his thing. I feel like season 3 was a really good season. Like, and I forgot. This season opens up after the plane crash that happened in season 2. I totally forgot to mention it. In season 2, Skylar found out that Walter lied about having 2 phones. She leave his ass. She take the baby and shit. That's why they on the road to having a divorce in this season. All of that, and that season did open up with the plane crash. So I would have to say I would definitely say season 3 was definitely in my top, because season 3 was a really good season. It was a really good season. Was it a slow paced? It's iffy with me, because a lot of people say it was slow paced. Me personally, I think it got into some things. Only thing even in this season, the cartel, they came after Hank. They shot him up. That's one of my favorite scenes in the show, when they was shooting him up in the parking lot. I probably say that was probably the main thing in that season that was, I feel like, got a little too much screen time, was Hank being in the hospital. Because if I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a fuck about Hank. I don't give a shit about Hank. I don't care about him, and I don't care about Marie. They're both annoying. As a matter of fact, he's annoying. Marie is annoying. Skylar is annoying. They son Walter Jr. is annoying. All the motherfuckers is irritating. They all are fucking irritating and fucking annoying. Period. But yeah, I love season 3. I have to say, after season 3, season 4. Now, if season 4 isn't up there for someone's top 2 favorite season, I have to question you, because season 4 was a bad bitch. I love season 4. Now, I will say the beginning of this season was a tad bit slow, but I understand why it was slow. Like, I'm not mad. You feel me? Because, it's opening up, after the end of season 3 with, Walter getting kidnapped by Mike and a one dude. At the end of season 3, Jesse shot that dude Gale. Like, oh my God, it was so much good stuff. Like, Jesse shot that dude Gale in the face. Season 4 opened up with the shit afterwards, after him shooting Gale and everything like that. You feel me? Everything like that. Amazing. Walter wants to kill Gus because he feel like, Gus will, eventually try to kill him, so he wants to kill him before he kills him. Hank is trying to track down Gus in this season. Gus manipulates Jesse into thinking he's special and not a junkie, and blah, 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 blah. Put him and Walter at odds. They're battling against each other. Man, this season was a bad bitch. Walter and Skylar buy a car wash. The only dumb thing I did not like in this season was Walter and Skylar sleeping together. I hated that. I fucking despise that decision. And if anybody knows why, it's because what he did was the same shit that David Chase did. Vince Gilligan did the same shit that David Chase did in season 5 for Sopranos by having Tony and Carmela sleep together. Why? Who gives a fuck? I don't want them together. Let them live their lives separately. Let Tony live his life. Let Carmela live her life. Same thing in Breaking Bad. I didn't want Walter and Skylar to be together, but I understand why they had to be together. You feel me? If they're gonna buy a car wash together, they have to fake pretend that they're married in a relationship. You feel me? Like, they have to fake. They can fake it. He can pretend like he's still living in the house, but for please, don't have them kiss. None of that. They were on a really good note when he did that in the beginning, when they wasn't kissing or anything like that. But man, when Jesse disappeared and was doing that work with Mike, he leave her this little message, and then they had sex. Like, no, I can't stand her. She's annoying. Period. She's cheated on him. Like, stop it. They should have had Walter get his one. Like, when he had tried to make a move on his boss, the principal at his job, they should have, did the deed in the office. Like, because she was hot. And I feel like they always had sexual tension when I watched the season. Like, when he cut his hair, she was all over my man balls. Like, the second he cut all his hair, she was all over his balls. She was talking about, you look better with no hair on your head. You looking better these days. Like, she really wanted some of Mr. White. And I was like, man, give her give her what she want. I don't know what they was doing, but I would say that's the only thing that rubbed me the wrong way in season 4. They don't sleeping together. No, keep that crap out of shit. If a couple is breaking up, they're breaking up. Don't try to do no shit where you make them get back together. I fucking hated it. No. But like I say, yeah, season 4 was a fantastic season. I just named some things why it was fucking great. Walter killed Gus in this season, which eventually started his role as a kingpin in season 5. Fucking great. This season was amazing. I have nothing else but good things to say about season 4. I would say the only other bad thing I would say about season 4 is that this is just my opinion, and I really know this is gonna get some of the Breaking Bad fans ooh and ah, but I don't really think Gus was really all that of a villain. Like, hold on. I know, I just feel like he was boring. Like, I think since he was too calm and collected and he didn't really do a lot of stuff, he was boring to me. Like, I didn't really think he was all of that of a villain, for real. It's just my unpopular opinion. I did like his storylines with the cartel, like with Hector and him wanting to kill the entire Salamanca family because them killing his boyfriend in the flashbacks when he first was given the Don meth. You feel me? But it's like, he still was like not all of that of a villain to me. But that's even here and there. And the greatest season of all fucking time for this show is season 5. I have nothing but good things to say about season 5. To the beginning to the end, season 5 for Breaking Bad was a bad bitch. Bad bitch. The baddest bitch. The top tier bitch. It was a fantastic season. Period. Seeing Walter become a kingpin. Him not want to sell out because, him selling out $5 million for meth takes him back to that time he gave up all his money for gray matter, and how Gretchen and Elliot made billions of dollars off of his creativity. He went for to do that shit again. He sold $5,000 for stock just to pay rent and put groceries in the fridge. Fuck that. I was with him. I was all in. I was riding with Walter. I know some people feel like he was bad. Me personally, I don't really think Walter was a villain. He just made bad decisions. He was human. But it's like, put yourself in Walter's shoes. If you spent your whole life not doing anything you really wanted to do, nothing you love, and the second you told you have a time limit, a death limit on, a span of how long you can live, of course you're finna start doing what you really want to do, and that's being creative. He knew how to cook meth. He knew how to cook it to the purest state. Because like I just said, he was a fucking genius. He was just basic chemistry. He didn't know how to make that shit look like basic glass. And then he knew how to make that shit look blue. Like, what the fuck? This guy was a goddamn genius. And because of that, he reached the holy grail. When he got that money in his hand, he couldn't stop because everything, this money and the fame, all of that, he wanted his whole life. He was getting it by doing something illegal. It was just bad decisions. And at the end, his bad decisions cost him everything. He had no money. He had no family. He had cancer. And he was going to die in a few months without no loved ones around him. So it's like, I really like that. That if y'all remember in the first season, in that episode, I think it's called Gray Matter, the first season, I'm pretty sure. He sat on the couch and said that he didn't want his family to remember him as some artificial living dead man. He doesn't want that to be the last memory of him. And what was the last memory of him? They found out he was a cooking meth, kingpin, killed a lot of people. He was Heisenberg, and at the end of the day, he had no family. Hank is dead. Jesse was held hostage. His wife and his son hated him. So I really like that. That is why season 5 was really a good season, because it was doing a lot of callbacks. And it's so crazy because when I watched that video of him on YouTube, the shit hit me, and that's why I had to like really talk about it, because it's so crazy that he said he didn't want his family to remember him as an artificial living dead man, and then that's exactly the memory they had of him because of all the bad shit that he was doing for so many years finally came out. So I really feel like season 5 was good. Like when Hank finally found out he was Heisenberg, Jesse finally finding out it was him who poisoned Brock. I didn't even mention that in season 5 and season 4. Walter poisoned Brock in season 4 to manipulate Jesse to get back on his side so they could take down Gus, which is clock that T and clock it. I mean, I'm going to just say this, and some of y'all might be like, holy fuck. But I feel like Jesse was acting weird. He was moving funny in season 4. Had he just been keeping it real and telling Walter what was up back when he knew information about what Gus was trying to do, I don't think Walter would have did anything. But you forced my motherfucking hand. Since you moving weird and you acting funny, bitch, I gotta do what I gotta do to get you back on my side. So yes, excuse me if I had to hurt something you love. But bitch, now you know. Don't ever try to move weird or act funny towards me, bitch. Period. Anywho, Jesse found out that Walter was the one who poisoned Brock. He snitches on Walter to the DEA, telling Hank and his partner everything that they've been doing. Jesse tried to burn his house down. Jesse threatened to burn all Walter's money. In episode 13, Hank had him under custody. Hank arrested him, had him under custody until Jack and all them dudes came. They killed Hank. Walter told Jesse he was there the night Jane died. Fucking perfect. Ozymandias is the best episode in this season. I don't give a fuck what nobody. Ozymandias is the best fucking episode in this entire series. This season, oh my god, next season. This episode was so fucking amazing. It gets out that, you know, Walter Jr. finds out his dad's been cooking meth. Skyler bitch ass sliced my man up with a knife. He kidnaps, abducts his baby. He running, on the phone, he telling her, you know, she is a stupid bitch and everything like that. And he lied to her when the police was on the other side of the phone. You know, basically saying he killed Hank, even though he really didn't kill Hank, but he had to lie so she wouldn't get arrested for his crimes. But what's so crazy to me, what everybody doesn't realize when I watched the show, she's gonna get in trouble, period, because the car wash was bought with blood money. So they had to take the car wash away. All that was built with blood money. Regardless, she was on the other side of the phone and he knew the police was here and he tried to lie as much as he did. They can't be that retarded to think that she was married to this man this entire time and didn't know about his crimes. It doesn't work like that. Because if y'all go back to season 4, she said the specific reason why she didn't divorce Walter. The second she saw how much money was in her bag, she wanted to stay. She wanted to reap off his benefits. And second, she said if you're married, a wife cannot testify against her husband in court. So that's why she stayed married to him, just in case shit backfires. She can, testify. Walter makes a fake confession tape saying Hank was the one behind everything, making him cook meth. He killed Gus. He killed Gail. Hank and Marie confronted them at dinner. Oh my God, this season was a bad bitch. And Felina is one of the best finale episodes I've ever seen. So that's my ranking for Breaking Bad. All I can really say is, if y'all haven't watched Breaking Bad, I would really recommend y'all do. It is one of the best shows I've ever watched, and thank God I've watched it. Until next time, peace.